Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of Heroes of the Storm. Today we are continuing on our How to Bruise series and we've landed upon Chen. Now pulling up the list here, you'll see I have him in the damage and tanky category, which means he kind of struggles in the wave clear department, which can pick up later in the game, but this list is focused around how the heroes start out from levels basically like 10 and lower. So, Chen truthfully gets outshined by a lot of bruisers in a lot of things. You know, a Taunt variant has better tankiness than Chen, and a Artanis has better damage than Chen. So why would you really want to pick this guy? Especially considering the fact that he loses most 1v1s to a lot of these other bruisers. Well, Chen is the pick you pick when the enemy team has a ranged hero in the solo lane. So we're talking Zagaras, Valas, even Rexars. Chen thrives at absolutely massacring because he does a very good job of sticking to mobile targets and winning short burst trades, which is often just what you need to absolutely annihilate ranged assassins. So that's what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to hop into a game. I'm going to do my best to show you how to play Chen as a bruiser, and we'll hopefully have some fun doing it. So see you in the game. Alright, we find ourselves on the Braxis holdout today, which is an okay map for Chen, especially if he has the right counter matchups. As always in this series, we'll talk about the builds and talents at the end of the video, so stick around for the end of the game, and we'll talk about kind of how to draft this hero's talents. But yes, it looks like I'll be going up against a variant, and it's good to kind of understand what opponent you're going to be facing. And it is a Twin Blade variant who I think I probably will end up losing to. So in the event that you lose to a bruiser, especially on this map, you're going to really rely on minion manipulation to win. So Chen is also quite gankable as a hero, as he has good engages but bad disengages. So given the fact that they have both Nova and Illidan, who are pretty good ganking heroes, and Varian, I'm going to be playing extra safe. It actually looks like Illidan will be top lane with me, and I'd imagine Nova, because Nova's not showing herself. So we're going to let these minions just walk forward. Illidan can kill them all he wants. I have no issue with that. I'm not showing my hero to them, so they don't know where I'm at. And Nova still has not shown anywhere, so I'm taking a bet that she's up here. Now that the minions are walking in, I'm going to go ahead and just freeze their position and stop them right here. I don't want them to move from this spot, and Chen's very good at doing this. You can see I'm able to trade into him a little bit better now. But now these minions are frozen right here, and I am no longer in a position where I can be ganked. Illidan also is not in a very good position to fight me, because he'll be having to tower dive in order to do that. Now, he will gain control of this first objective just because of how I have the minions positioned. But if my team ever decides to gank, he will be the one that is going to face the pain and not me. I will try to bait out his abilities just by poking down the hero. It's fine to poke the hero down in this situation. And now that the minion wave is kind of getting bigger and I'm going to need to get on that objective, we're going to push this lane out slightly. And I think I can win this trade. Oh, not with that miss. Not with that miss. If I miss any abilities, I immediately will start to lose. And now he's getting set up in a position where he can start to mess me up a little bit. Just based off of where the minions are at. I'm going to try to heal off some of this damage now. I might be able to kill him here if he's not careful. Oh, he gets his ability off just in time, but I get mine up, and we're able to barely get the kill on him. I need to be shutting off this objective, and we're just going to base on top of this as well. Just to reset, so we'll be better in our health department for engaging in this fight. I could have gotten ganked by Nova, who might be AFK. I haven't seen her yet. Alright, no, she's in the game. And pick up another talent, which will make me better, and check out what Illidan has. So he has Unending Hatred. I don't like where this minion wave is positioned, so I like to kind of get mine positioned so they crash into the towers and break. That's a bad positioning for them. Illidan is in the bottom lane, so I'm going to need to try to push this down. We do see Nova here. Who, I would love it if she wanted to fight. Wherever she went. Did she bribe? She is not bribe. We find her here. We're able to kind of mess her up. And this is what I mean. Against ranged assassins, we destroy every last one of them. Mercilessly. It is horrendous how good Chen is against ranged assassins. Illidan, I have to be timing my abilities properly. You know, I have to be making sure that I'm not just attacking him willy-nilly. And I'm trading, you know, in a way that's favorable towards me. But with most ranged assassins, you can just annihilate them with no self-control. Illidan has been missing for some time, so we're going to make sure he's not, like, backdooring our camp. Or taking his camp, even. Nova is alive once again. Let's see. He's not here either. And that's a full objective cap. We'll take it. Now, we have very bad wave clear. Until about level 13. So, we're not really going to want to be doing anything too crazy in the defense category. But you can see, really hurting the Illidan there with some good damage. I think I missed my W. That's unfortunate. It is a twin blade variant, so that's something to take note of. And I will lose if I fight these heroes, so no reason to feed into them. Remember, as a bruiser, you want to be getting the most XP as possible, as safely as possible. And if I try to push there, I would just die. So I think sitting back, I could help the friendly team defend, but they're getting the kill. There's nothing for me to do bottom. There's nothing for me to do top but die. So we're just going to sit back and relax. We already stole the globe from them here, so they won't be able to get any value. And now all I can do is ping that my team might be in danger relatively soon. I'm going to make sure that we're continuing to soak up as much XP as possible, keeping ourselves nice and healthy in that department. And once again, if I can freeze the minion waves, that would be lovely for me. That way, I am not gankable, and the Varian is gankable. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to sit right here, let these minions stay put. Doesn't hurt me, because I can use my shielding. And now, all of a sudden, I have to break this one. I believe it's 3 to 4 minions is the amount that you need to have that trade be winning. He does have self-healing, the Varian. Activate my 1, just so I don't take any extra unwanted, unnecessary damage. And I'll start to thin this minion wave out slightly. It doesn't have to be too crazy. Just 1. I need to break this one, too. And so despite the fact that we lose to this guy pretty good, we're still able to trade decently into him. Like that trade right there, I handled that very well. Activate my 1 so he can't heal. Then activate my E so any damage he deals towards me, I'm going to be able to heal right back. So I can use my brew to just heal it back. And we're keeping the minion wave right here. No reason to stop. I'll break the globe minion. And just keep on tanking a little bit. I like to steal this globe from him up here in the top lane. And if he's here, I think I'd beat him. He's not here, though. So we'll continue to just freeze the minion wave and abuse this power that we have. At level 10, that's probably the biggest power spike you'll get as Chen. And I'm actually a little bit worried that he's going for a camp right now. So we're going to go ahead and check in on him. I should have cleared that minion wave slightly, but yeah, there he is. He's on it. We have level 10, so we'll pick up Wandering Keg. This will allow me to easily steal this camp from him. If not even just kill him, maybe. We'll drink our brew up a little bit. If his team comes, nah, he's going to beat me. So we'll just use my ult. We'll steal it, and I should be able to get out of here. No problem. My minion wave is still in a good position, so we'll start the cap here, and then just continue to make sure it stays in a good position. We'll sippy cup here as well. No reason not to. And that's the power of Chen ult. Chen ult, you can do so many good things with it. And we also have confirmed we lose very badly to Varian. Now, my team is rotating up, I'm hoping. Soon, at least. So I'm going to start to clear out this minion wave. So I can get on this objective. And keep our XP lead. It does look like they're taking a fight there, which they are actually winning. Probably due to the fact that we're up by 3 whole levels. Which we've been able to accumulate for them. Rather easily, just by abusing our minion waves. And playing to our strengths. Remember, as a bruiser, You are always going to be playing to your strengths, whatever they might be. As Chen, we know that we're tanky. We know that we're very good at controlling minion waves. And we know that we can absolutely annihilate ranged assassins. So we're able to do a lot of good things. Don't really want to fight this guy. Of course, he's just going to be here. We'll press my 1 because I don't want to die. And hopefully friendly team will be able to continue to push their excellent job in the bottom lane into a victory here. I'm going to use my ult just because I don't really feel like losing this. We'll put him into a corner, at least do my best to try and put him in a corner. With the help of my allies, I'm sure we'll be fine to win this though. There we go, picking up another kill on the Varian, absolutely bullying him. And I think we'll be able to get this building now. Use my E, and then my 1, and we'll heal. And this is where you get your tankiness. Chen is a very unorthodox tank, or tanky bruiser, where his playstyle is so strange. We're going to pick for assistance at the boss because I'll have my ult and we can steal it immediately. And then we're going to pick up Ring of Fire, which, as I said, level 13. This is where you get your first sense of wave clear. Another great strength of Chen is you can tank bosses and then just steal those bosses at your will. So we're going to go ahead and sit here and just hold down our trait. You can see our healing is... we're healing for the exact amount of damage that the boss can deal. So we can do this infinitely. And I have no issue with it. We need to be killing this boss out quickly here. I'll activate my E. I'm waiting to use my ult for... Yeah, there we go. I'll put this guy in a corner. I was waiting to use my ult for... W. For the Johanna to use her ability. That's what I was waiting for, but it works out fine. We'll get in here on the back line and be able to pick up another kill, activating my 1. And I'd like to get in on Nova if I could and try to crit her down with some good auto attacks. Looks like we'll be able to get the kill on her with some nice dot damage. And with that, that's a quad kill. We got the boss. I don't even want to chase Lucio. I just want to continue to push with this massive objective that we have. And maybe, if the enemy team shows themselves, I'll use my R to once again put one of them out of position and maybe get a kill. But you have to be careful doing that sometimes because you could put your own team in a bad spot. So just make sure you're being careful with it. I can use these walls here to queue out of danger if it comes to that. I don't like where this is going, so we're just going to play get the hell out of here, team. And we're able to do that, and then we can jump away ourselves by using our trait. Ping retreat. Boss should get that building. There we go. Boss doing its thing. Lovely. And we're doing things that's very unusual for a bruiser to do. But it is really, really strong. Like, a bruiser shouldn't have that great of appeal on a cooldown like that. We shouldn't have such good lane manipulation with our trait. Bruisers just don't have a lot of these things, but Chen does, and it's what makes him so unique and so fun to play. Ping that we're on our way, and our ult is almost back up. Being on only a 50-second cooldown, we can absolutely abuse this ability. I'd like to get in on the... There we go. I'm going to peel my ally. Peel for my ally just to make sure that they live. And deal some damage to this guy here, finishing him off. Our Chromie, I do believe, was able to base and live. There she is. We'll ping her on our way. Actually, we're going to go this way. And hopefully be able to protect my ally here. Using our trait to tank the triple tap and then heal that damage right back up with our brew. And speaking of triple tap, I'd love to find the Nova. There we go. Able to get another kill out on her. And at this rate of the game, you can see our XP lead that we have accumulated just by freezing the lane and manipulating it in the early game has snowballed us into one of the easiest games of our life. just because Chen is such an amazing hero when played properly. Statistically speaking, looking at his numbers, he's not a super strong hero. But, like, we're just talking off of his HP and his baseline damage he deals off of auto attacks and spells. He's not statistically amazing. But, like I said, whenever you're able to gain such a high experience lead and abuse your abilities, like right here, I'm not feeling too fond about this fight. So we're just gonna go ahead and peel for my allies. Say get the hell out of here. Try to get them the hell out of here at least. Activating my E so I can tank up any damage that comes my way. I'm unfortunately not the target of this fight. The enemy team does have to be careful though, because their core is getting pummeled. We get a double kill, and I'm sure that this will be a triple kill, a quadra kill, and we're gonna look for the last hero on the Johanna here to get the final kill and end the video game. So that was Chen, the big hunkering brew master. I do hope that you guys got to learn something here. We're of course going to talk about the talents and everything in the at the end of this video, so stick around for that. But yeah, I basically was able to go over an overview there because it's such a snowbally map. And thankfully, the friendly team did a good job of surviving in the bottom lane. I didn't get ganked much, but remember, I wasn't ever in a position to get ganked. And we're able to tank a decent bit of damage during that entire game, considering the highest damage for the enemy team was 32,000, and we tanked almost 50,000. So we're going to go ahead now and review the builds. There's two builds that you can go as Chen. One is the one I went in this game. It's the Fat Illidan build, and it's effective in a lot of matchups, and especially with the way you should be drafting Chen, it's very effective. But then there's another one, which is more of like a Brewmaster Chen build, where you focus around just using your brew to heal your allies. So at level 1, and remember, this is the Fat Illidan build. At level 1, we go for Eye of the Tiger, so our basic attacks against brewed-soaked targets deal 40% more damage, and Chen heals for this damage, allowing you to trade very favorably into enemy heroes, especially ranged heroes. You then go for Accumulating Flames, so this increases the damage of your W whenever it ignites somebody, and that portion of it isn't that great. The big reason we're picking this up is because basic attacks against enemies who are ignited increase the duration of the ignite by 3/4 of a second, which also increases the duration in which you can deal crit damage and heal, and also it's increasing the tick damage of your ignited target, because it's that 20% bonus damage. So these two combos are so good. I then went for Elusive Brawler. At level 7 is where you get to choose between a couple talents, but they're all survivability talents. I went for Elusive Brawler because they had an Illidan and a Varian, and Illidan and Varian are auto attack heroes, so Elusive Brawler is the the pickup in most of my games. And not just that, the 30% movement speed for 2 seconds is very helpful. I go for Wandering Keg because it is one of the best ultimates in the entire game because of how short of a cooldown it is and how utility you can use it. So you saw in that game, I was able to steal camps with it. I was able to disposition heroes. I think I dispositioned Varian once and kind of trapped him in a corner where we were able to kill him. It can be used as a disengage, a peeling tool, just a straight disruption in a team fight. It's such a good tool on such a short cooldown that you can just spam it out all the time. We then go for Ring of Fire at level 13 because Chen lacks wave clear, and this makes up for that lack of wave clear. And also the extra 55 damage per second for 5 seconds really adds up. This talent scales very good, where it's dealing like 100 plus damage per second in the later stages of the game, which whenever you're sticking onto targets very easily with Eye of the Tiger, Accumulating Flame, it just allows you to really pump out the damage on these heroes. Then we go for Celerity, which at level 16, it's another talent tier that can fluctuate, but this is what I go in most of my games. And truthfully, in this one, with how hard we were snowballing, I could have gone for combo strikes instead, but Celerity is more of a comfort pick. Gaining 30% armor whenever basic attacking a slowed target, slowed, rooted, or stunned target, is just so good. That comboed with the cooldown of your stagger getting reduced means you can make trades so much easier, because Chen is all about trading into heroes and winning those trades effectively. So there was a couple times where I was fighting Varian in the top lane while we were still in the solo lane phase of the game, and I was able to win just a short burst trade with him, and I won a short burst trade with him like 1 or 2 times to the point where he just had to base, and then I could get an experience lead by doing that. And you can take these short burst trades with Chen every time that your stagger is off cooldown, because the combo is you Q onto a target, and then you auto attack, and then you W the target, then you auto attack, then you W the target, and you're pumping out as much damage onto this target. And then whenever you think that you're going to start taking some damage, you press your E button, and you have 3 seconds then to deal more damage and get to safety to heal up with your brew. And that's how you win these trades. And Celerity allows you to have these trades up more often because you're reducing the cooldown of your stagger. How do we made it to level 20? There's a lot of options you can go. Almost all of them are very mid. There's not one or another that's like, we hit level 20, Chen's broken now. They're all very like solid talents, but none of them are game changing. So untapped potential, you go this if you're really struggling to land effective ultimates. I typically shy away from this though, because it is, it feels like you only pick it if you're feeling handicapped, and you should be good enough with just the stock Wandering Keg to land good ults without getting the upgrade, and your talents would be better off picking Purifying Brew or Energizing Brew. You go Purifying Brew, probably the least out of these level 20s, unless you're going for the secondary build that I talked about before, the Brewmaster build. If you're getting stunned out of your drinking the brew a lot, then you maybe pick it up, but most often you're drinking your brew outside of the fight when you're healing up your stagger stacks, and then you're going back in. And then so that leaves us with Energizing Brew, which is what I would have gone in this game had we made it to level 20. So if Chen lasts the full duration of his Fortifying Brew, then he gains 20 bonus health and 20 bonus damage for 25 seconds, which is really a nice bonus. It's not broken, but it's a very nice healthy bonus that kind of turns Chen in from a hero who loses a lot of trades to one that, oh, we now have the numbers just to beat them off of straight numbers. Granted, in this game we were up by 3 levels pretty much the whole time because we were abusing the minions, but having the Energizing Brew would have been nice. Also, we're here, so I'll talk about it. We went for the Wandering Chen skin. I really like the color green on Chen because it reminds me of like the color, like the jade color, and I associate the jade color with pandas and like the Asian culture. So I like this skin a lot, and I have to go with the festive chicken mount or rooster mount, because 1, it matches the skin so beautifully, and 2, same thing with like the Asian culture of having things like Year of the Rooster. So it matches nicely with that. So there's a little Skinergy for people asking in the comments. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.